What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have a lot of great plays heading into the market tomorrow. Tesla stock had a pretty good day, while the market itself was a little bit shaky. Cruise lines and airlines also did pretty well, and even some of these, I guess you can say, clean energy stocks like RUN had a pretty good day. So either way, we're seeing a lot of good movement right now, and we have a lot of great plays. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of today's video to hear all of the plays. But with that being said, Tom, what happened in the market today?
Yeah, the big news was really Tesla running in the middle or early this morning, I should say. We had that nice breakout above 780, which I think the market was really waiting for. And Tesla really exploded out above that. And man, I've been talking about this blue trend line with Tesla for a while now, and we've been failing to really break out of there in a strong way. And I feel like if we could break out above $800 tomorrow, we might see a pretty good run out of Tesla and not possibly the overall market. Unfortunately, though, today, the overall market went down, even though Tesla was up, which is unfortunate to see. But Tesla running could be awesome, possibly for the NASDAQ. At least it might help it not fall as much. But as we'll talk about in a little bit, the NASDAQ got hurt pretty bad. But man, if Tesla breaks 800, I feel like there could be a lot of potential for tomorrow for another big runner, just like we saw today after it broke 780.
For sure. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ really quickly. So it was down like 0.8% on the day. It wasn't like a horrible day, but it definitely was not great. We just saw the overall market not really move too much. And even some of these bigger tech stocks like Apple and Microsoft struggled a little bit. But there is a lot of buying coming into some of these recovery plays, like we mentioned earlier. A lot with the cruise lines, a lot with the airlines. So like CCL, RCL, you could do AAL, DAL, LUV. There's a bunch of different tickers out there that are looking pretty good. And Tom, I'll tell you, like, I really like the setup on RUN right now. This is a bit of a solar play, but, it's just been consolidating for a while now, and it's looking pretty good. And there's actually a lot of setups out there like this, like BLNK and even Plug.
Yeah, BLNK, Plug, CHPT. There's a lot of stocks out there, like you said. And, I don't know if they're popping because of the possible infrastructure bill getting passed later in the week. But as we know, though, there is some funding talk in there for these solar and EV charging companies, which is awesome news to hear. And that might possibly be why they're popping. But either way, they're right on support right now, and they're moving very well to the upside. And I think there's some pretty good opportunities here. And these stocks are really low, and they're a long way off their highs, which could make for some awesome moves back up. And I know like a lot of these plays are in the ARK funds as well. So if you like a lot of these stocks for the long term, like ARKK, which is their innovation ETF, is a pretty good way to go for the long term. They did pretty well today, popping back up as well.
There we go. And then Tom, what's going on with some of these MJ stocks?
Yeah, the New York governor actually said that some of these he actually said that marijuana legalization will create thousands of jobs, and he also touted regulatory appointments. But either way, that's just good news. I know that if he's talking about thousands of jobs being made, that might entice other states to go ahead and legalize marijuana. And either way, that's going to help the marijuana sector do pretty well. And as we can see by looking at the MJ ETF, which is comprised of a lot of different marijuana stocks, that's been really getting killed lately. It ran up right whenever Biden took office because, there was initially a lot of speculation that Biden would really help marijuana. But as of right now, nothing's really came out of it yet. And we'll have to see if this can kind of turn around. But this ETF is definitely getting low. And whenever we go and look at some of the other stocks like Tilray, ACB, CGC, they're all just right around their lows right now. And I feel like there's a lot of potential to come up in the future, but who knows how much longer we might keep going down. Hopefully this is the good news we need to turn back around.
There we go. So let's get right into our momentum plays for tomorrow. And with the first one, we have RUN.
Yep, and with RUN, like we talked about, these stocks have been running up a lot lately. They kind of double topped up here. Make them break out above 45.63 tomorrow.
All right, and with the next one, we have NIO.
NIO, another one. This stock had a great day today. Make them break out above their high right at the end of the day at 36.86. If they break that in pre-market, then look at 37.
All right, and then with the last one, we have Redfin.
RDFN. Mike, this stock has been running for a long time, and you've been talking about it for a lot. Go ahead and make them break out above 56.
All right, so we are watching these 3 plays for potential day trades to the upside tomorrow. Basically, if they break above the levels Tom listed, we like them for quick in and out day trades to the upside. But Tom, we have to showcase the bot play today. The bot had an awesome call out on JMIA. He called out the 20 strike calls at around $100 each, and only like an hour or two later, it ran all the way up to $145 each. So that's like a 45% pop in a couple hours. If you want to trade with this bot, Tom and myself every single day, you can check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. You can cancel at any time. You'll have access to daily option swing trades, day trades, order flow bots, custom bots in a great community. It's really awesome. I really recommend checking it out, even if it's only for 1 month. Again, it'll be that first link in the comments and the description down below. But it's also time to shout out our Discord member of the day, which is RV. So he's always coming in the Discord saying something positive. So huge shout out, RV. Thanks for being a great member. And then Tom, let's get right into these comments from the previous video. With the first comment, we have Jack Tastic saying, thanks for the continued great content. WPRT is a clean energy play that's business is in better shape than it was before the stock price came down, and it should benefit from the infrastructure bill. What do you guys think about this for a long play at these levels? So it's not bad. I don't really mess with penny stocks too much, but I do like it kind of looks like the setup on like BLNK, Plug, and RUN in a way. So it's okay. It's just not really for me.
Yeah, me either. And the thing is that if we have all these other stocks and they're going to be moving up with this one, those other ones might be a little bit safer. And I feel like this one it's in a pretty good setup though, Mike. And I feel like it might have some good potential for the next couple of days, especially like you said, if that infrastructure bill gets passed and we do see some momentum come into this one, it could be another good one too. But just looking at it, it's fallen a lot from their highs. And, I think it could go back, but it's a little bit out of the range. Like when you look at CHPT, they just haven't fallen down quite the same percentages as WS or WPRT.
All right, and then we have Hunter saying Papa Elon is going to be in the headlines all the time again. Tesla has looked good for a few weeks now. Pretty nice to see this movement. So yeah, it's been a while since we've seen this type of hype out of Tesla. Last year all we heard about was Tesla new all-time high, Tesla split, Tesla earnings, Tesla everything. And this year, Tesla it doesn't have the same type of hype with it. And, it had such a crazy year last year where I'm not really too surprised. But either way, it's awesome to see the movement back.
Yeah, definitely. And I know someone who's going to be a little angry with this movement probably is Michael Burry. I'm really curious to see if he's holding right now as Tesla's retesting 800. I mean, I'd be really surprised if he's still in right now. And man, if Tesla breaks 800, I mean, I don't know. I would really think he would have exited by then.
Yeah, so I know he had that Tesla put position, but it was hedged with Facebook calls as well as Google calls, and I also believe he was even in like Walmart calls too. So I know he's definitely a really smart guy, and I know that he definitely protected himself. But I'm with you, Tom. I'm very curious if he's still holding his Tesla puts.
Yeah, definitely. That's a pretty big thing. He had a huge position on those puts, and I know that a lot of people were paying attention to that. But I'm with you. It was really cool to see, though. Everybody was talking really negatively about Burry at that time, but it was cool to see how he had all those different longs too at that time.
For sure. And then we have Bomi saying, great video, guys. I never miss an episode. There we go. Love to hear that. And then they said, you guys are so knowledgeable. Thank you for your efforts every day. They bought DraftKings calls on the November 19th expiration for the 55 strike when it dropped from $61 to $55. And since this is since the announcement of the Entain bid, it's been down since. What do you think? So I love DraftKings for the long term, but the problem is that expiration date. So, we can see DraftKings pop over $55 by your expiration date, and it's still possible for you to lose because of the premium you paid for those calls. So what I would do if I were in your position is just get a longer expiration date. If I were you, I would sell a current position and just buy one with more time, or even grab shares. It's at a pretty good level right now, but always trust your gut.
Yeah, $50 a share is honestly a really good support right here. And it looks like we got really close to that and popped right back up today. I think it's in a great spot too for the longer term. And I think it might even pop up a little bit this week and maybe come back and retest 55 or something like that, especially if we see a lot of these other growth stocks start to fly.
For sure. So, Tom, do you have any last minute stocks or anything you're watching heading into tomorrow?
There hasn't been too much news coming out with banks besides Powell and the rates right now, but I'm really keeping an eye on Bank of America, JP Morgan, Goldman, and just all the bigger banks. As we can see on the daily, Bank of America and JP Morgan are right at their all-time highs right now, and it could be a pretty good trade tomorrow. If we see a pretty good break out, up, and to all-time highs with these stocks, you might see a pretty good run out of these. And JP Morgan's been really consolidating for a long time, has been bouncing off that 150 support pretty well. And like I said, there's a lot of momentum coming in here, and this is coming in as we're seeing TLT start to kind of go down, which shows that rates are kind of popping up, and banks are loving this news. And like I said, we might see all-time highs over the next day or two. So if you see a good breakout with Bank of America up above 43.50 tomorrow, it might be a pretty good day trade to get in right there. Of course, always be careful of fake outs and stuff, but if it breaks there, it might get a nice run.
For sure. So if you are an options trader, definitely check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. Daily options, swing trades, day trades, order flow bots. You can cancel at any time, and it truly is a great community. And even if you want to try it out just for 1 month, you can cancel at any time. We have a lot of great plays in the works, so definitely consider just trying it out. Again, it'll be that first link in the description and the comments down below. But besides that, if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day, and let us know what stocks you are watching in the comments down below so we can check it out in tomorrow's video. But other than that, thanks for watching.